Hello YouTube, welcome to the channel. According to my statistics, about 65% of you guys watching this at the moment are not subscribers. Now that's fine, you know, you can't subscribe to everybody. So I haven't got an issue with that. You watching it, that'll do me. Obviously I'm not going to put you off. If you want to subscribe, please do. But it might mean you don't know what my channel is about if you haven't seen previous videos of mine. So essentially I'm around wild camping, generally budget gear, mods, hacks, you know, things that I can do, homemade stuff around wild camping, and it's generally on a budget. And I've got a little hack that might benefit you, may not, but I think this is a fantastic little idea. Now I thought about doing this some time ago. I say I'm camping on a budget and budget gear in general, but I do have a Helinox Chair Zero, which is an expensive piece of kit. It's around £100 or so, but it was bought for me for a Christmas present. And if I'm going to go anywhere that I'm going to be sitting somewhere out and it's nice weather like it is at the moment, then I will bring that along. And I do have 3 other chairs. One of them is an EDUE, which was sent out to me free of charge by the company to do a review on, which is fine, comfortable, nice chair, weighs around 1 kilo. But I also bought 2 chairs from Aldi, which was £17.99. So you can get some real bargains and they're perfectly acceptable, they're comfortable. The reason why I wanted the Helinox was not just the weight, it was around 500 grams, but also the pack size is considerably smaller than these other ones. They are sort of 12 inches long and they're quite bulky. So it was the pack size as well as the weight. And I have more of an issue with space in my pack than I do with carrying the weight. Another 300 grams isn't going to bother me. However, what I wanted was something to be able to sit on in bad weather. Now, my knees are knackered. I've got 2 slip discs in my back. So it's not comfy for me to sit inside a tent perched up all the time or laying down at an angle. So I wanted a seat that I could be able to sit inside if it was wet, or in those cold, long, winter evenings when it's just dark for 13, 14 hours. I had considered the Trekker chair from Demarest. Quite expensive. But the issue I have with it is you have to fold your mat double inside the chair, and yeah, it'd be great, it'd be nice and comfortable. But my other issue is head height. Now, like anything, this is all going to be personal preference. I'm 6'4". If you're 5'1", you're not going to have that issue. It's like me saying that rucksack I've got, the backpack, is the best pack in the world, and it fits me perfectly. But it doesn't mean it's going to fit everybody. It doesn't mean it's right or it's wrong. You need to make those decisions yourself. But sticking another 4 or 5 inches underneath my backside, I'm going to be sitting there touching the roof and it's going to drive me mad. So I didn't want to be doing that. I then thought of an idea in my head, which I thought, this might work and I'll give it a try. I hadn't got around to doing it before a chap called Grizzly Gaz popped a YouTube video up showing exactly the same hack. So I haven't pinched it. I have spoken to him and I have told him that I'm doing a video the same, so anyone who hasn't seen his channel, I'll put a link in the description below so you can go and see it. He does have some really, really good sort of mods and hacks. I think he's very much of the same mindset as me with improving products and doing homemade stuff and things like that. So it's quite interesting. Go and say hello to him and tell him I sent you over. Give him a sub if you want. So yeah, he did this chair hack as I was going to do it. So I'll get it and I'll show you now what I've done. So essentially this is the EDUE chair that was sent to me. These are all pretty much identical across the board. There's 1,000 companies that make these. They're all probably made in the same place in China anyway. They do tend to have varying weights, but other than that, they go together exactly the same. So you have these double V-shaped plastic ends. I'll teach you to suck eggs, I'm sure you've seen it. But this is what you do with the modification. So put it together as you would normally. However, the seat is just the seat, no legs. So what you do is, where these 2 parts are joined with a bit of shock cord. Now if you do this, disclaimer, you cannot undo it unless you are phenomenally good at rethreading shock cord through these holes and attaching them back to the poles. Please be aware, if you do it, you've probably wrecked your chair. But as I say, this was a spare one, it was sent to me for free. If you cut the shock cord here, in these 2 sections where it runs through, and then the 2 bottom legs pop off, and you've now just got a little chair, a bit like a chair, is it a Helinox ground chair, I think it is, so similar, because it's a lot lower. I'll put it together and I'll show you how it works. Okay, so exactly the same as you would any other chair. So this looks as it would do, but without any legs on the bottom. Now you can, if you want, cut these off on that, with the two bits that protrude, save a little bit of weight, make sure there's nothing sharp on here. If you're going to put this inside your tent, make sure you've got some kind of closed cell foam mat underneath it, because what you don't want is this puncturing or going through. It shouldn't do. It is only plastic, but just to double up and be safe. Okay, so there it is in my tent. I've just chucked my stuff back out of the way there. And now I can sit in this and you've got a very high back chair for sitting upright in your tent. And this is really comfy. There isn't actually much pressure on the corners that are going into the mat, because you're sitting on the actual floor and the base part of the chair, so there's not really any pressure going directly on it as you would do if it was set upright with legs. So yeah, this is nice and comfy. Not a bad spot to be sitting chilling out. Well, there's another option you can do with this as well. Instead of sitting in it like so, you can flip it round this way. Got to see that, but if you have a closed cell foam mat or anything else, if the ground is wet or you just want a bit more comfort and warmth, I can layer and sunbathe. Not that you can sunbathe in Wales, but if I was somewhere sunny I could. So yeah, I'm warm with my mat, I'm comfy, chilled out. I could have my table here, a little beer, and this would be a rather pleasant little space to sit. There's a third and final option that you got as well, which is to sit in it like the Helinox ground chair. So I can literally just sit in here. I've got a little rocking chair. So this is as comfy as my Helinox Zero. In this configuration, when you take the legs off of it, brings it down to about 550 grams. Now, if you did this with an Aldi chair, which I say is only £17.99 if you can get them, they're only 800 grams, so this chair was a kilo, so you're going to be knocking off down to about probably 500, maybe less. It might even be lighter than a Helinox Chair Zero. I don't want to ruin my Aldi ones though, because one's for my son and one's for my wife, so I won't be doing it. But yeah, great little hack. If you want a chair that you can use inside your tent in the winter months, still be comfortable, small and packable, and lightweight, comparable to a Helinox, just cut the legs off an existing one. So yeah, thanks to Grizzly Gaz for getting the first video out. So this is my version of it. As I say, I've not pinched the idea. I did tell him I'll be doing this video, so go and check him out. And if you like the video, give us a thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber, one of those 65%, hit the subscribe button and check out my previous and future videos for more gear mods, hacks and ultralight budget gear. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.